Howdy guys. Just gonna jump straight back in where I left off. Sort of a part of an ongoing series. All right, now I'm just getting rid of the pencil line, the undersketch. This is a rubber that I picked up while I was in Japan. I don't know what the label says, but I'm pretty sure that translates to some kind of eraser. So if you caught the previous episode where I was actually drawing this for the first time, I was talking about how I actually make these. Oh, by the way, this is a duster. It's actually really good at getting rid of eraser crumbs. So I use this just to clear off the surface. These are surprisingly good for also blowing out birthday candles if you don't want to, expectorate all over the top of the cake. Hey there, Jester. Jester. I also like to come in with one of these makeup brushes just to get any bits that I missed. How's it going? Hope you're having a great day or night wherever you are at the moment. So yeah, these are fantastic for just I don't use this for anything other than dusting. These are great for just getting rid of dust and debris. Like some people get the cans of air. You know, you can buy air in cans, which I find is amazing. I never actually go that far. Yeah, let's start introducing some tone. So these are all done in grayscale, but you'd be surprised how many different grays there are that you can incorporate into these drawings and really make them pop. So I usually, I'll just get rid of this pencil mark here. It's always cool when delivery arrives. You ever just order something and you forget what you ordered, and then you're pleasantly surprised when a package arrives on your front doorstep, and for the life of you, you cannot remember what it was? Always has that kind of vague mystery prize. Like, I mean, except for stuff that if you don't order stuff very often, I mean, you know exactly what it is. But sometimes, you order just a bunch of stuff, and like the delivery for it is staggered over a series of days. Like some stuff will arrive the following day, or if your delivery provider is very good at what they do, it'll hopefully arrive on the day, which is very cool, but in my case that rarely happens. But there's stuff that I've ordered that's taken weeks to arrive, and I've straight up forgotten what I've ordered. The reason why the head is so big is these are caricatures. What I do here, I'm a professional illustrator, and I specialize in caricatures. So I get commissioned by all kinds of folks to draw essentially funny pictures of them, usually at parties, corporate events, weddings. I also do a lot of gifts for people. So say if you have somebody at your work or something who's retiring, and you want to get them something a little bit more like unique and one of a kind and interesting compared to, say, like a bottle of wine, or a trophy that's just going to gather dust or whatever. Like a funny drawing of them is usually an excellent option. It's a bit like, what do you get the person who has everything? And it's a tricky one to answer sometimes, because everyone's a bit different with what they like. But most people are curious as to how they look through other people's eyes. As the immortal song by the band The Butthole Surfers goes. If anyone remembers that one from like the 1990s. Anyone who's watching at the moment grew up in the 90s, feel free to let me know in the chat. Because there were some excellent songs that came out during that decade. Some really depressing ones as well. Like, there's some music from that particular era that when I go back and listen to it again, you know, with my grown-up ears, it's almost unlistenable. Yeah, so the way this one works is I'm just putting in grayscale tones. So it gives it a three-dimensional look. Because this woman has quite so much hair, there's a lot to work on. Yeah, that's pretty normal. I'm still very much in the building phase of the channel. I appreciate all the support. If you like what I'm doing, definitely give me a follow or a subscribe or even a friendly, how's it going? Because like I always say, of the infinite forms of entertainment and distractions available, I am grateful and humble that you were able to spend even a couple of seconds with me. It really puts things into perspective when you think about it. Like, just how vast the internet actually is. But we're such creatures of habit that we always sort of, you know, spend most of our time scrolling between like maybe 4 or 5 different apps on our phone maximum. I mean, I'm just speaking for myself here, but that's pretty much how it is from my point of view. Thank you very much. I'm not sure how to pronounce that username, but thank you. I appreciate the lovely comment. Thank you. Sorry, just give me a minute. Yeah, I hope everyone's keeping well. Apparently, my live stream is broadcast in countries I had no idea were awake, but then again, it's kind of late here, and I'm in Australia. So it's easy to forget because Australia is pretty isolated. You know, the rest of the world, particularly in the Northern Hemisphere, they're like, you know, getting ready for work and stuff, and you know, just having breakfast at the moment. It is really cool. Me, I am broadcasting live from Sydney, and it's nearly 10 p.m. I mean, I could jokingly call this Sunday Night Live or Live from Sydney. It's Sunday night, but I think that might be a bit on the nose. So if you are into this sort of like black and white grayscale coloring, I would highly recommend the Copic marker, particularly the neutral gray, which is the one I'm using. It's a good sort of all-rounder gray color. You can blend shadows very quickly with it. Trick is when drawing like long curly hair like this, you can actually make the locks look very similar to like old school rotary phone cords, because that's essentially what they look like anyway. I actually used to have hair like this back in the day. These days, not so much. And don't get me wrong, I don't miss having dreadlocks, but you know, an afro is still kind of fun. Although that look is a bit dated these days. It's more the broccoli top. what all the cool kids are wearing. Me, I am a working professional, so I've been out of school and college for quite a few years now. Interestingly enough, I actually teach, but I don't really do much teaching. I mean, I can teach, it's not that hard, but have I pursued a career as an art teacher? Absolutely not. Because I remember what, being taught art was like, and yeah, there's way too much theory. Like, I have a conspiracy theory about being taught fine art. Oh, good on you. Congratulations. Yeah, so my conspiracy theory is, if anyone's interested, they fill up with so much art theory that it makes you not want to pursue a career as an artist. Like, they jam the course absolutely full of it. And it's like, oh, wow. I had no idea this subject was so stodgy and boring. And before you know it, you've just completely given up. And it's sort of like, it's like psychological warfare. Only the strong survive. Oh, wow. In Australia, well, our summer holidays are kind of around Christmas time. So we have Christmas in December like everybody else, but because it's summertime here when it happens, that's when we have our holidays. Like, I've got fond memories of those the summer breaks and stuff. But I used to get bored of them pretty quickly. Taking an entire month off? No, thank you. I just remember, like, maybe 3 weeks into the holiday season, the high of getting away from school and, having no responsibilities and just being able to chill and sleep in. That actually started wearing thin pretty quickly. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely found myself, finding it a bit tedious. And pretty soon I was just like, I can't wait to actually get back to school. But the thing is, as soon as I got back to school, I immediately didn't like it. So I was kind of like hanging out and just sort of ready to embrace the new year and stuff. And even as a kid, I'd be like, new year, new me. I'm going to absolutely make a go of it. And for, about 2 to 3 weeks, I absolutely crushed it. And then I just lost interest. It's weird when I look back at like how my work ethic was back then versus now. You ever do that? You just, you know, you think, oh, I could have probably used those hours better, but oh well. They can't all be gems. How am I doing on time there, guys? Yep, the whole thing is going to be in black and white. Well, technically these are all grey tones, but yeah, that's kind of the look that we're going for. I said, hey, can you draw this and just sort of completely wash it out like it's almost in sepia? And I'm just like, sure. And honestly, while I've at no point in my life gone through quite so many grey pens, and these are not cheap. They're fantastic and they're very good quality, but my God, like as far as art supplies go, yeah, you definitely get what you pay for. These are high quality. I do enjoy using them. Get some interesting layered effects. But the other cool thing about working in grey tone is you don't have to be too special when it comes to making sure everything is true to life, if that makes sense. Yeah, this is definitely the coolest part of my job is being able to just color in. Like, I get it as to why, some of my fellow millennials enjoy coloring books, even though they're clearly too old to be playing with crayons and stuff. Because there is something inherently therapeutic about it. Just gonna give you just a minute. Turn on the air conditioner and leave it on warm, and next thing you know, the room you're sitting in and working in starts getting unusually stuffy. Just gotta check the reference real quick. 1 moment, please. Apologies for my brief absence. Just had to check something. It turns out she has chocolate brown, almost black eyes. So that kind of worked out. as you do. Yeah, so she's apparently from Egypt, this girl here. And as I've said in many of these previously before, don't feel don't feel like you need to know who this person actually is. If you do, that's great. But if you don't worry. They're just a person that works in a not a shop. They have a job, and this is something special for them. So yeah, I do draw famous people, and I'm always looking for some upcoming subjects. I do another live stream called Sketch Jam, and I actually draw like celebrities and interesting looking creatures and aliens and animals, and yeah. It's more free expression than anything else. The great thing about Sketch Jam is anyone in the chat can make suggestions for what goes in the big picture. Hey, thank you, Bella Rose. I appreciate that. Yep. Careful now. I like to go for a bit of a contrast. It's like slow light, slow outline work, and relatively quick and expressive coloring. I must admit, I have made her eyes just a little bit derpy. I'm just going to open those up a bit. Really make them brighter. Give them some more character. Yeah, that ought to do it. The trick is to make them look like they're having a good time. Because sometimes you get commissions where the photo references that are supplied are of somebody whose idea of posing for either a selfie or even a group photo is to treat it similar to how they would if they were standing in front of the camera that takes your photo for your driver's license. Like I had a wedding a few years ago, lovely couple, and they hired me to draw live, but they also wanted to get like sort of a portrait of the bride and groom done before I showed up and sat down and drew the guests and stuff. And it was like their big day, and bride, gorgeous girl, wanted her and her new husband sort of side by side and everything, but she literally had no photos of the guy that she was about to marry smiling in like any picture. So I basically just said, look, I can wing it, but a slight grin is pretty much, if that's all he can do, then that's all I can do. Because I want to make it like as true as possible. Because you can just sort of draw in a fake smile and stuff. But if the person is notorious for just like always looking like someone just told them that their dog had been run over in every photo, then there's only so much you can do. It's actually just past 10 o'clock. It's nearly 20 past 10 at night. It's all good. I have had my coffee. Even though like drinking coffee any later than 7 p.m. is ill-advised. If you've got like an early start, or if you want to get to sleep at a reasonable time, do not have espresso past 8 p.m. That's one of the things I always found bizarre at you go out to a restaurant and stuff, and they'll serve you, your meal, you got your 3 courses or whatever. And once you're done with dessert, they'll usually bring out a coffee for you. Like, I'm just thinking, it's like 9 p.m. What the heck are you doing? Hey there, Ridwan Abbas. Good to see you. Like, I mean, if you're driving home at the end of a dinner, then I understand the coffee would be great to just keep you a bit more alert when you're on the road. I don't know. I always found the coffee after your meal just bizarre. Just going to do another quick reference check. Just one moment, please. Much better. Much better. Hope you guys are having a good day. Yeah, last time I met somebody who was watching me from Algeria. And I was like, wow. That is extremely flattering and very random. I don't think I've ever met anyone from there before, so that was really cool. Yeah, pretty much. So if anyone is familiar with this particular composition, let me know in the chat if you actually recognize what this is actually a tribute to. I'll give you a hint. It's a TV show and it's very popular. You might have watched this show growing up. Let me know in the chat if you recognize where this is actually from. It's okay if you don't know. I will do a sort of a big reveal close to the end, but for now, I do like a bit of mystery. No, it's not so much the theme. There's a TV show, like it's a kids' TV show that a lot of people who grew up in like the late 90s and early 2000s watched. And it was pretty much everywhere for years. But yeah, let me know if you recognize what it is. I do like how these markers squeak. Something very ASMR. No, it's not so much the subject matter. So it's not so much about who's here. It's this particular walking pose and the straight ahead angle and everything like that. but the dog is absolutely part of the composition. It's a bit of trivia. Okay, so it's Arthur. So this particular, the marching with the little dog running alongside. If you watch the intro to the show Arthur, it basically starts like that. So this is like a little tribute to that show. Obviously, it's not a one-to-one copy, it's just a tribute. A bit like the song by Tenacious D. This is just a tribute. You gotta believe me, I wish you were there. I'm a big fan of Tenacious D, I must admit. So many excellent songs. I also like, what is it, Brutal Legend, the video game that Jack Black's in. Oh wow, we're nearly at an hour, guys. Thank you for sticking with me for so long. I really appreciate it. Especially when you consider that, like, for the most part, there's no real, like, I just sort of ramble about stuff as I'm either drawing or working on artwork. So yeah, it means a lot. Yes, it has. I've had a great time though, and thank you for sticking around. Like, I said to myself, I said, man, it's going to be tough in the beginning, but you're going to make it regardless. And yeah, it turns out you just keep showing up and obviously doing something when you do. Yeah, you can absolutely move mountains, or in my case, have a great time just chatting away and having a leisurely draw. I just got to make sure that my connection remains intact, because sometimes it's just fallen out and I've been like a bit high and dry and I've been stranded. I'm like, oh, that's not cool. Nearly done, guys. Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, when it comes to getting a composition, when you're drawing digitally, like sometimes it absolutely can just glitch out on you. I mean, I haven't experienced that problem using like the iPad and stuff, but definitely on the bigger tablet. So I've got a Wacom as well, and that thing's an absolute beast. But it's a bit sensitive. Be careful with those older pieces of hardware. And let me know in the chat if you also draw using a Cintiq or some kind of Wacom tablet, and if your results are similar. Because I think, depending on the technology, I think all of us have, if we use, you know, the same kind of drawing tools available, unfortunately, the experience can be a bit on the universal side. You have to go and troubleshoot, and like, I think if it requires an online tutorial to show you how to set it up, then it's working too hard. Yep, we've just gone over the hour mark, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Those of you still around, yeah, I'm amazed as much as you are. No, seriously, I absolutely appreciate it. Thank you. I'm darking out that color a bit. Just blend it in a little bit. For a bit of uniformity here, just give me 1 minute, guys. Hold up for just a second. Yes, still good, still going strong. Thank you for bearing with me, guys. Oh, thank you very much. Oh yeah, it absolutely is nighttime here, but it's okay. Definitely got the old second wind. Like, you know you're doing something right when you get the runner's high from work. Then again, considering how much I actually work out, that could just literally be the runner's high. I just realized I kind of drew her a bit like Scary Spice here. And that's definitely showing my age. Who here remembers the Spice Girls? You ever just chuck in Wannabe on like Spotify and just jam out? You just realize that all those songs are now either 30 years old or rapidly approaching 30 years old. It's like, I tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Oh my God. And I think, you know, a song is officially ancient is when you're actually in a supermarket and it's playing over the loudspeakers, but it's playing really softly. It's like you're listening to Smooth Woolies FM. They start playing like Lady Hear Me Tonight by Mojo or Starlight by Superman Lovers, and you just think, these songs aren't old, and then it dawns on you, yeah, they are. They are very old. But they're so brilliant that you just think, oh, I guess they're catering for just the latest batch of Middle Ages. Yeah, the dog in this one's pretty simple. Just layering tones at the moment. Definitely going to call it a night pretty soon. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Well, they've had an excellent weekend. Sometimes I like to just jump in and just fix up a little bit of the line work here and there. Obviously nothing too dramatic. Well, we've gone over an hour. There's actually way more detail in this than I was anticipating. But I'm pretty happy with the progress. I hope everyone else out there feel free to leave a thumbs up in the chat if you like how it's looking. I will also accept smiley faces if you're so inclined. Checking in a few extra details that I missed earlier. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Really appreciate all of you for stopping by and checking out the live stream. I will be back in the not too distant future with another live stream on the iPad. I'll be doing a sketch jam session for June, so that should be pretty cool if you want to check that out. I haven't figured out what time I'm actually going to do that, but it will be live for you to see, and if you miss it, it'll be easily available on my channel. But yeah, as far as that goes, I'm gonna wrap it up there, guys. Thank you once again, and I will see ya when I see ya.